So when is a good time to use nonviolent communication? You can use it anytime. You really can. You do not have to use it all the time. That can feel stifling and stiff. And when you're hanging out with your friends, just have a good time. This course is designed to show you how to use it during conflicts. So anytime you want to bring up something that is bothering you, it's a great time to use NVC. Bring this thing up using NVC. It's more likely to be smooth. You're more likely to find a long-term solution. You can also use it when you want to draw a boundary. I guess that's another way of saying something's wrong with you, but I like to think of it as a tool for drawing boundaries, because every relationship is going to be a back and forth. You have to figure out what's okay, what's not okay. And so when you want to let someone know that this is not okay with you, you use NVC, and it can usually work very well. Another good time is when you want to find more clarity. Clarity is a beautiful thing. And a lot of times, a lot of conflicts, a lot of problems arise because it's a miscommunication, a misunderstanding. So before we get triggered or we get mad or we assume the wrong thing, you can ask for some clarity, and it's great to use NVC while you're doing that. So as soon as you notice that you feel a little triggered, or if you notice that someone you're talking to is a little triggered, that's another great time to start using NVC. Because once you're a little triggered, it's very easy to get to a lot triggered. And when you're very triggered, NVC doesn't work anymore. Emergency empathy does. We'll get to that later. It's amazing. It's very powerful. The two work together. But as soon as you're slightly triggered, great time to start using NVC. Another great time is when you're talking about sensitive subjects like politics, religion, or anything, or a subject that you know this person is particularly sensitive about. Great time to use NVC. Another great time is if you're talking to someone who's maybe unstable, who's maybe highly sensitive at the moment, or having a terrible day, when you know it's just likely that if you say one wrong thing, they can go off the handle, then great time to use NVC. When talking with authority figures, great time. If you are an authority figure and you need to discipline, a child, a student, an employee, great time to use NVC. So these are great situations to use NVC. Like I said, you can do it anytime, and then it becomes something like a spiritual practice. Because to properly do NVC, it does require you to step out of this paradigm of I'm right, you're wrong, you're bad. And even when insults are hurled at you, you got to dodge them. Someone says something, a lie or something very hurtful towards you, instead of defending yourself or attacking back, you dodge it and you do emergency empathy, or you do NVC. So it's very powerful. It's very useful. It's very practical. Your relationships will benefit when you learn how to use NVC properly. And like I said, I don't really recommend trying to do it all the time in the beginning. After you get good at it, after you understand it, you understand the nuances, then hey, yeah, you can do it all the time. And it's a beautiful thing, as long as it's not stressing you out, as long as it's not like stopping your flow of living and speaking and laughing and playing and joking around. You don't want to do that. So in the beginning, I recommend just focus on using it during conflicts, drawing boundaries, speaking with people who are sensitive or authority figures. Yeah. Okay. That's the video for today.